Hey guys, JT from Playon Tabletop with my man Steve here.
How's it going?
What'd you guys think of the trailer? That Halloween trailer looked pretty sick, huh?
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
No, I like the fire effect that we do now. I hope that makes like a return.
I think it needs to.
Good.
I think it's our videos have been on fire. Our Patreon's been on fire. Our sub rate is on fire.
So we had to make
Be
it
on
graphic
fire.
fire.
Yeah, everything's got to be on fire. I don't know if you guys could see it in the video or guess from the army shots, but the two players that we have for the Halloween special are Simon from CreatureCaster and the man himself, Jim Vezel, the leader of the ITC right now.
The one and only.
The one and only Jim Vezel. So it's going to be a fantastic match. Should be out pretty soon, actually. Can't wait for you guys all to see that. And while you're watching, you're gonna have a chance to win stuff just for watching the premiere. If you watch our premiere for our Halloween episode, which this is gonna be different for us guys, it's a fun match, absolutely gorgeous armies, and just for watching one of these models that you see here, you have a chance to win it. Because if one of them dies, you can win it. Is that how we're doing that?
Oh yeah, that's exactly how we're doing it.
So join us on the premiere. We'll announce that date and time in the next couple of days here. So watch Facebook, watch YouTube, watch
all of it.
Instagram, watch Steve, watch me, watch. Just watch.
Yes.
Just watch the skies.
What?
I don't know. I had an X-Files reference.
Natural segue.
Subtle. That was subtle.
Subtle, natural segue. Let's move along. I feel like they're amped up for Halloween as much as they can be amped up, and you do have to have candy during it. Like I would suggest.
And the cool part is this is not just for patrons. This is not just for patrons.
It's just
this is for YouTube. Speaking of Patreons, 100 Patreons. We hit it. We hit our goal. We hit our target. We got 100.
We got 100.
Yeah.
A whole 100.
Yeah, it's our next goal is what, 350?
350. We want 350. So here's why we want 350 and why this is important. So 100 was important because it proves that Playon Tabletop isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're here to stay.
We can keep the lights on, guys. Thank you.
We can keep the lights on, and they're bright. But it proves that we can stick around. We can tango with
the other guys.
The other guys. Let's call them the other guys. We can tango with the other guys, right? And we can bring you a true evolution of tabletop wargaming on the internet.
Yeah.
And now our next goal.
And you like us. That's important too.
You like us.
You really like us.
They really like us.
Excellent. Sally Field reference. Nobody's going to get that.
Sally Field, no one's going to get that.
That's
well, some people might.
Some people might.
So here's why 350 is an important number. 350 is an important number of patrons because right now we give you videos at a speed that we can handle. And it's not that often. A couple of times a month there are releases of 40K and 30M.
Yep.
And we're starting now to plan other shows.
Because it's just the 5 of us, right?
It's what, dude?
6.
Paul.
Forgot Paul. It's 6. It's 5.
Sorry,
It's
Paul.
6. Sorry, Paul.
So every time
we forget Paul.
So right now we're bringing you 40K and 30M about twice a month, and that's what we can handle right now.
And even sometimes that's a stretch. That's tough.
It's very hard. Like it's definitely a process giving you the quality that we want to give you and we think that you deserve.
Yeah.
So here's the plan. If we hit 350 patrons on Patreon, we're going to bring you more.
100% more.
This means that we can give you more shows, more episodes of 40K and 30M maybe, right? We can speed up this process so that you have got more to watch.
So not only do we want to have more Patreons so that you guys support us and love what we do, because we appreciate that and bring you more content, but our Patreons get cool stuff too. We get some really, really cool stuff. You get some early access to some of our videos. We've done that for the last couple, and we're going to continue to do that. So the our patrons on Patreon, which is really hard to say, believe it or not.
I know you always mix them up,
right? It's so tough
every time.
But we're going to continue to give you stuff early. But there's also some giveaways that are specific to our patrons. We've got.
So we have a few actually.
We have a couple.
We've got a few going on for October. On Halloween, I am pulling for one of our sponsors right now is Tabletop Gamer, and he's a great guy. Makes terrain, gaming accessories. I'm giving away this big piece of terrain that we actually use in the championship.
Yeah, you'll get to see it. You'll get to see it. Yeah.
And so for October, that's going to be our October giveaway with more coming in the future. So we're giving great terrain giveaways there. On top of that, CreatureCaster is letting us give away right here the Queen Malefica, I believe her name is.
Lady Malefica?
Lady Malefica right here. And that will be probably November's giveaway, I
believe
imagine.
so, yeah.
Yeah, so on our latest battle report, the Tau versus Chaos battle report, you probably notice all the muzzle flashes, the shield blasts. Those are fantastic 3D print files from Deadly Print Studios. And for Patreon this October, if you're a Patreon supporter by October 31st.
On October 31st,
if you are a Patreon supporter by October 31st, you are entered into a draw. You can take home one of those files.
Take some of those files, yeah.
Exactly.
Plus, they're giving us, any patron supporter gets a 10% off from their store.
Yeah, which is a great reward for that all of our Patreon supporters can take advantage of. On top of that, same day giveaway, okay? So October 31st, if you're a Patreon supporter then what will happen is you'll get entered into a draw to win the Cathedral, the piece of terrain from Tabletop Gamer.
Yeah.
And Tabletop Gamer is a great maker of terrain. He makes gaming accessories like painting racks and such like that as well. And he's got not only sci-fi terrain but fantasy terrain.
He does, yeah.
So it's an awesome range of terrain that's actually really easy to put together. I built a lot of it for the championships. You actually get to see the terrain being used during our championship filmings, and great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. So we're really amping things up for our Patreon supporters.
I started to build it up. We appreciate your support, guys, to this point. Support us. If you like what we do, click that link. Support us at any level that you're comfortable with. We've got giveaways coming too for that championship game. The championships are coming. Flipside Gaming is not only giving us stuff for the champion, the champion is going to get stuff, but they're also giving us stuff to give to a patron. Which is super cool. So not only you support us, you watch and win free stuff. Yeah. Could it get any easier than that?
No, it can't, JT. No, it can't. And I'm just to give them one more shout out. Flipside Gaming is a fantastic, a very large gaming store back east, and it sells everything. So if you're into Magic, role-playing games, tabletop games we are, right? They're like almost like one-stop shopping. Yeah, it's one-stop shopping to the max.
Yep.
And they're not only sponsoring the championships because they love what we do and want to see it be the best that it can be, but they also understand that our Patreon supporters are very important to our success. So they're giving us actually 2 Patreon giveaways, which I know, right? 2 Patreon giveaways that will come to light for all of our Patreons very soon during the month of November.
Watch for upcoming details on those. We'll be sure to show you some pictures of stuff you can win. And again, just for signing up and following us. If you like what we do, hey, give us a shout out, throw us some patron support. We'd really, really appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Makes it easy for the 5 of us, 6, sorry, Paul, to continue to do what we do. I just got back from playing at Kipper's Melee on.
Oh, that is angsty.
Oh, angsty was the ferry ride over because several boats were canceled. I don't know if you guys know where Vancouver Island is. It's off the mainland of British Columbia, and it's about an hour and a half to 2 hour ferry ride typically. And if we get a nasty storm, which does happen, let's face it, it wins or wins, it can get bad. I was one of only 2 boats that made it out in the afternoon. I was the last boat to do it, to get over to Vancouver Island, and we were rolling so bad I lost horizon in the window a couple times. Ooh. Look, it's water, and look, it's sky. And those boats are big. This is a ferry that carries, 800 cars?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was not the most comfortable of rides. Let's just say a lot of plastic and paper bags were used, and it was rough. I was the last boat out. They turned the next one around, but I made it. I made it to the tournament, and I'm so happy I did. Supporting Jen and the Kippers team, fantastic event, huge hall, the the Vancouver Island Convention Center, which is in Nanaimo.
Now, I'm sorry to interrupt you here, but who won that again?
You mean who won the best generalship or who won the best sportsmanship?
Well, best overall is what we care about.
Well, best general was Cameron Bowler with his custode list. I'll get you, Cam. Best sportsman was Scott Darbison. Well-deserved, fantastic guy.
He's a great guy.
Oh, great guy. And his army looks great. He's a great guy. But your overall champion for 2019 was yours truly.
No way.
Yeah, I pulled it off, man. Dude. I won it. I played 5 fantastic players. So my votes overall carried me to championship. Yay, me. I was pretty proud of that. I played some amazing games. New Marines are dead hard.
Oh, yes, they are.
I played a guy, I think it was round 4, and it was Brian, and playing his Ultramarine Successor chapter. And I got to tell you, that game was unbelievably tough. I won it with a 9-inch charge on my first turn.
I love you so much.
Yeah, I won it with a 9-inch charge on my first turn with the Black Cornucopian stratagem, using my racks to get into combat, and basically got scored bonus. I'm not sure if you're familiar with an ITC format. This is what they call a GT event, which is at minimum 5 rounds and a minimum of 28 players. I think we ended up with 35 to 40 players, something like that. Again, very terminal.
It's a big
event. It's the biggest North Island tournament. Actually, it's one of the biggest on the island, I think, now. Warriors Weekend is going to try to come close to it, but this is the biggest one on Vancouver Island. So, yeah, I played Cameron as Necrons round 1. That was a tough match. Necrons are, don't let anybody fool you, man. Necrons are dead tough.
Yeah, you know what? People always say that Necrons are
tough. They're super
like,
tough. Gauss and Tesla are crazy. Triple Crass Crusader, David Erskine, round 2.
Oh yeah, now that's a game. Now that's a game. You stare down the barrel of like triple Crusaders with what you were saying, like
2 Helverins and a Warglaive. Succubus with a Bloodglaive is a beat stick, just FYI. I was able to pull that one out. It was tough. It was really, really tough because he could just literally point his knights and stuff and delete things. But great player, fantastic player. We had a lot of fun. And then I played Gary and his Eldar Soup. He pulled 4 points on the bottom turn to actually beat me in that game, which I was okay with because that meant I didn't have to play Cameron's list in the next round. And Cameron trod on Gary pretty good. Bad deployment for him. But Cameron's list, double Caladius, Crass Knight, and triple Palace with triple Scorpion Executioners. Those things are what are they called? The Scorpion.
Oh yeah, the Scorpion Disintegrators. Oh, those things are crazy.
Oh, so tough.
Those things are crazy. He needs 3 of them.
He had 3 of them. Yeah. No, they're 3D3
now you're
ignore and
cooking
cover.
With gas.
It's such a hard list to fight.
Oh yeah, because they can shoot without line of sight. Those things.
I have a ton of anti-vehicle on my list, but it would really come down to table and stuff to beat him.
Yeah, you can pack as much anti-vehicle as you want.
Oh, the custode vehicles are so tough. They're incredibly tough. So that was a hard fought for him. And Cameron actually went undefeated, and deservedly so, because his list is that tough.
Yeah.
But
the vehicle meta is a thing.
It really is. That's why I have so many Scourges with Haywire on my list. So that's how you get it. And my name goes on the trophy for next year. So if you want to try to dethrone me as Kipper's champ, please come and check it out. Especially if you're in BC, because they just announced Attack X, Wet Coast, and Kippers are forming the BC Crown Championship. So of these 3 events, you attend, your placing is your points, and it's going to score like golf. Yeah. So if you score 10th, you score 12th, and you score 30th, that's 22 and 30, that's 52 points for the championship. If you go 1st, 2nd, and 1st, you score 4 points for the championship. And if you don't attend, you get 1 point less than the last place player. So if there's 82 players, you'll end up with 83 points. So you still have a chance technically.
But you got to.
If you can commit to all 3 of those events, and they're spread off and out during the year. I mean, there's summer or spring because it's Easter for Wet Coast. It's early September for Attack X, and then it's late October for Kippers. You'll be able to attend all 3 and be the first BC Crown champion.
I feel like we have to almost do something special for Wet Coast.
I think we have to.
Because that's the 1-year anniversary of Playon Tabletop.
It is. Yes, it is. I think a lot of us are going to be in attendance, that's for sure. I might even have to play this year.
I think you have. I think you have to hoodwink someone.
For those of you guys who don't know, normally I'm the tournament organizer, the TO, so I make all the rulings and stuff for Wet Coast GT. Have for like the last 3 years, I think pretty much since the dawn of 8th. Yeah. We were one of the first 8th edition tournaments actually at Wet Coast, and I've been the guy behind the scenes making the decisions and all that kind of stuff. Dan Miner, of course, runs the whole thing. He's a fantastic guy. The Kings of War, Age of Sigmar, X-Wing. X-Wing's huge at Wet Coast, absolutely massive. And Sigmar was massive last year too.
Alarmingly huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's really, really good. So it's a fantastic event and venue. If you're in the area at Easter, and if you're on the West Coast of the U.S. With the dollar being the way it is, come on up. So again, I want to give a shout out to Cameron. I want to talk to David, to Gary, to Brian, and Jeremy. All 5 of my opponents at Kippers, you guys are fantastic. Thanks so much for coming out to play. Scott Darvison again, Best Sports. Thank you, Scott, so much. And Cameron Bowler. Cameron, another tournament that he wins. He won best overall at Attack X, and he won this generalship. Alex McDougall beat him by 2 points at Attack X, 2 battle points. That list is dead tough and dead hard, and I think you know what? It's the list to beat right now. Check it out. You can look it up. You can check it out. I believe Best Coast Pairings will probably have it. So you can check it out there. But it is a dead tough list to fight. I had to change my entire list to fight it. I think I can do it.
Championship.
Championships.
So we're gonna segue.
Championships.
Okay.
Hey, it's exciting, man. Look at me. I'm
is.
sitting up. The championships have actually already been played. So we already know who won.
Yeah.
Nana Nana Boo Boo. Ha 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 ha. I'm just kidding. No, we do know who won because, of course, we have to do the production. We have to go through all this stuff. So we already know who won, but I'm telling you, each and every match is amazing.
Yeah.
They are so much fun to watch. Sitting here, I don't know if you guys have seen me in the back of the videos. I've got the headset on. I'm listening to the audio. I'm taking notes. I was stuck to the headset. I don't know how. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Every game was so tactical. Was so much fun to watch. You guys are gonna love these. They're just so good.
If you like 40K and 30M, and you're like, oh, if you're glued to the screen with those, just wait until you get like 3 weeks
Boom, boom,
in a
boom.
row
Yeah.
of championships.
It's almost enough to make you want to put on a funny costume and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You can do that.
Sure.
I saw somebody did that on our Patreon. That was,
oh, yes. Somebody
was-
posted on our
pretty
Facebook.
funny. It was Scott and Jenna, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
Oh
Some
my
of our
goodness.
Patreon supporters were like, look at how we watch this. And
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And now we expect that everybody watches them that way, so it helps when we make these videos to know that people are dressed up as, the wavy arm guy that's
and
outside of the...
And not just some of you, all of you. So anyways, championships are going to be fantastic. Myself,
They are
Mike,
fantastic, yeah.
Rupert, and Sterling do not show any mercy.
Oh,
it is a bloodbath.
Yeah.
And I was the only one that knew that we were playing for a prize.
Yeah.
So this was just for bragging rights and we were ready to kill each other.
Well, in a friendly way.
In a friendly way.
Yeah, friendly killing. Maybe just maiming. Slightly bruising.
Slight bruising. But no, it wasn't. They were great. I would say that they were amazing narrative games played to a very competitive style.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It was played very tight. It was still a very gentleman hammer, but it was played very tight. It was a really good matches. So for those of you who aren't aware, the first match I believe we have is Steve versus Rupert.
Yes.
White Scars versus Yanari.
Yeah. That one is a nail biter.
It is
so
a tough match. Oh man, not giving anything away. It was a fantastic match.
Yeah.
You need to watch this match. And then Custos versus Thousand Suns.
Also a great match.
Wow. All I can say is wow. That match still blows me away. It was such a counter-punching match.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And it was I don't want to give it away. I can't give it away. You gotta watch because it was just, it'll have you on the edge of your seat. I know it did me, and I was sitting in the room watching it. So absolutely fantastic to watch that match.
So before we go, one final thank you to all of our subscribers on YouTube, all of our supporters on Patreon. None of this is possible without you.
Yeah, not without you. We can't do it.
I
think that's about it.
That's about it. So,
do you want to stumble through it, or you want me to just go ahead and do it?
Until we see you again in the Playon future, you just do it.
You sure?
You just do it.
All right, man. So until the next time we see you in the far-flung future of the grimdark, play on.